Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review, and today from Hasbro, in their Marvel Legends series, we are featuring Marvel Studios' Captain America, the Winter Soldier from the Infinity Saga. Alright, so I bought this at my local Target. Today is February 1st, 2024. There's multiple figures in this wave that are currently available. There's Thor, two different versions of Iron Man. There's the Civil War version of Spidey, but I really had my heart set on Cap. I'm a big Cap fan, and I love his costume from the Winter Soldier. On the side, some nice artwork, and on the back, we have the beautiful poster image from the film. It looks great. And then you have a small little description of Cap from the movie. And let's get started. So this was a figure that when I first learned of it, I was kind of excited for it. Because I do have the original release from 2013, but my copy was actually a second-hand figure, and it was a little bit beat to hell, so I had to kind of like clean it up and repaint some of it, because apparently it looked like it was actually some child's play toy, not from a collector. So it was definitely played with, and I'm sure he had all sorts of fun adventures, but I really wanted a fresh new Cap figure, and this one looked like the way to go. You get the alternate portrait, which looks great. The likeness to actor Chris Evans looks pretty spot on. You get the shield. And this is in the Winter Soldier film colors. I believe this costume that he wears is the Sculpt costume, which was taken from the comic books. It was either the Sculpt costume or it's the costume that Cap adopted when he became head of S.H.I.E.L.D. or SWORD. I can't remember. That was like a lifetime ago. Let's take a look at the figure up close. Yeah, this is like one of my favorite figures. The sculpting is just immaculate. I love the costume design. I felt that the color scheme was really well done. There's slight overspraying on the chest and the harness right there, but that's really nothing. That's kind of just me being nitpicky. You have the Rogers on his arm, which is a nice detail. The texturing is really clean. The belt on this one still kind of floats around a little. There's a little bit of disconnect here. The lower thigh pieces and upper thigh pieces looks like that they're made of two different colored plastics, but I think from a distance you're not going to notice that. Yeah, so it's a great looking figure. In terms of the articulation, let's bring him back into focus. His head moves. Does he look down? Looks down. Does he look up? Does look up. His arms are articulated. They're ratcheted. They feel nice and stiff. They go outward. Bicep cut. There's the S.H.I.E.L.D. logo. Double pinned elbows. Articulated wrists. He does have an ab crunch right there beneath the breast line. He can move forward, arch back. I do like the older style of torso articulation. I prefer this, the ab crunch, as opposed to that kind of like diaphragm cut where you kind of roll around. For me, I think this looks a little bit cleaner, and I think you get a farther bend. Articulated waist, legs kick up. They kick outward, not too far. There's a thigh cut, double pinned knees, and articulated ankles. No articulated toes. So if you missed out on the first release, I think this is a great way of, bringing you up to speed, especially if you just got into Marvel Legends, in the last maybe like 4 or 5 years, considering the original release came out in 2013. And speaking of the original release, we have that right here. I bought this secondhand some years ago. And this one, it's like I said, it was definitely put through its paces. The limbs are all kind of like flopping and flailing around. It was definitely a child's toy because all this paint here was kind of like worn off, so I kind of had to repaint it back on. And I want to say for the most part, the figures are almost identical. I do think the newer one has the new one has an updated head sculpt. It's a little bit, it's definitely a lot more realistic, a little bit cleaner. Smaller eyes, well-defined jaws. The cranium looks to be smaller in circumference. I think the A is actually a sculpted on detail as opposed to the first release where it's just painted. So you are getting an upgrade there. Difference in the paint jobs also. This one has black on the torso, whereas this one it's not. This one might be more screen accurate. The belt on my old one kind of floats around, whereas this one it's snug. It's not as loose. And then again, you can see the differences. There's black here, whereas this is a dark blue in the recesses. It would have been nice if they updated the figure with toe articulation, but I think it would have added to the cost of the figure. Yeah, but overall, I'm stoked on it. You know, I'm glad to update my old one. The old one still holds a special place in my heart, but this new one is just awesome. So yeah, I highly suggest you seek this one out. It's a great figure. All right, so with that being said, let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. All right, later.